very good evening to you. Thank you for joining us. Welcome to Sports Tonight. This is the first edition of Sports Tonight for the week. It's a Monday night. Promises to be exciting, fun-filled as always. On the program tonight, we will be taking a look at some of the major events that happened over the weekend. We will also be projecting into the week to take a look at some of the major events that we will be seeing in the course of the week. It's a new week. It's a brand new show. Promises to update you and get you up to speed with all that you need to know in the exciting, fast-paced world of sports. My name is Tony Bichoye. I want to say a very big thank you to you for joining us, and also leave you with this promise as we go through the show that you're going to enjoy every bit of it, and that by the time we're wrapping up in about 50 minutes time, you would have been updated, you would have been entertained, and you'll be able, of course, to have an understanding of all that is going on around us in the world of sports. Let me quickly start off the show tonight by introducing to you my partners on the program. They will be with me from start to finish. Let me start from my immediate right. Niyi Okwade is joining us on Sports Tonight this Monday. Niyi, good to have you on the show.
Yeah, it's my pleasure to join the show tonight.
I'm sure you had a wonderful weekend, a lot of excitement.
Well. As an Arsenal fan, it was mixed, but overall, it was good.
You should be happy. I mean, 89-minute equalizer.
We were expecting.
You were almost losing the game.
We were expecting a lot more, actually.
A lot more.
Yes.
You never put anything on Old Trafford in so many years.
But
so where was the expectation coming from?
Arsenal have been informed, so we were thinking.
Even when you were informed, you were losing at Old Trafford.
Yes. But
even when they didn't have, when they played 7 defenders, you will still lose.
But the way it's looking now, it's as if Arsene Wenger will never beat Jose Mourinho, never in his life, because I think this is just his best chance.
And Mourinho says it feels like a defeat.
It feels like a defeat to him because he feels that
leading up to the 89th
Arsene Wenger is someone I beat. Even if I close my eyes, I can beat him. So.
All right, okay, we'll like you to talk to us about it as we go on the show. But Onye Wuchimanchukwu is also here. Onye is the news editor of Sporting Life, one of our best-selling sports dailies in Nigeria, and he's also with us on Sports Tonight this morning. He's always around on Mondays and Wednesdays, and we are happy to have him. Onye, a lot of excitement over the weekend. Good start to the African Women's Championship for us. The Falconets exiting the Under-20 Women's World Cup with a fight. And then, of course, a whole lot of other issues. Nigerian players, continuing in the good form that they took to the World Cup qualifiers to their different clubs. A lot of positives to talk about.
Yeah, in specific, Victor Moses emerging the man of the match in their game against Middlesbrough. 80% accuracy in terms of passes. And Victor Anichebe, almost the forgotten man, relaunching his career, 3 goals in 2 games. And, David Moyes said something about this player that he has been largely underrated. And perhaps injury has, dealt him severe blow. We just hope that he picks the pieces of his career and continue to, bang in the goals for his new club, Sunderland.
All right, those are issues, some of the issues we will talk about on the program tonight. Of course, Victor Moses, Victor Anichebe, the story of the 2 Nigerian victors will be one of the issues we'll be talking about on the program tonight. And of course, we'll expect that you take advantage of our platforms for feedback to also share your thoughts about these 2 victors. Victor Moses for Chelsea, Victor Anichebe for Sunderland. Talk to us about these 2 guys on the program tonight. That takes us, of course, straight to the feedback. And what we want you to do is to talk to us. Share your thoughts with us. For you, what were the standout issues in the course of the weekend? Talk to us about them. And give us your thoughts to the issues that we discussed on the program tonight. We are going to be discussing a whole lot of issues, and we will want you to talk to us using those platforms on your screen: Facebook, Twitter. Those handles are going to be active. They're going to be very, very interactive. They're going to be available to you to share your thoughts, your opinion with us, and give us your reaction, your ideas, and talk to us using those platforms on the program tonight. So we're going to be very heavy on feedback, and we want you to take advantage of it on Sports Tonight. Not forgetting that tomorrow, Champions League will take center stage tomorrow and Wednesday. Talk to us about the games as well. Let's also tell you that you can watch us and track up, follow up on all our top stories on www.channelstv.com as well as on youtube.com/channelsweb. All right. If you want to watch us on your iPad, your iPhone, your BlackBerry, you want to connect to your home for the news, it's as simple as ABC. Just click on m.channelstv.com as you see on your screen, and that takes you straight to your home for the news. Let's also tell you that you can go a step further. Download the Channels app for iOS, Windows, Android from their respective stores, and you'll be able to keep channels at your fingertips, channels available to you 24/7 at all times. All right, that's exactly where we want you to be, and that's, I'm sure, exactly where you want channels to be as well, at your fingertips. All right, so please do that, and as you do all of this, your posts, your tweets, your comments, let's know where they're coming from so that we can appreciate you a lot more on Sports Tonight. We really want to appreciate you, and we want you to do that for us going forward. All right, so that's the much for feedback. But before we go into our issues today, let's do this very quickly. It's becoming a recurring decimal. We're beginning to sound like a broken record when it comes to issues of funding, and Nigeria always on the verge of missing out of crucial international competitions. For other sports, it has become a source of worry for us. It doesn't happen to football. Somehow we are able to get the funds we need to go for football. But for wrestling, for table tennis, it has become Herculean, it has become difficult, it has become something that has been a challenge for our sport administrators. Let's talk about the wrestling very quickly. The Nigeria Wrestling Federation are facing very tough challenge. They are facing imminent ban from international competitions from the world body if they fail to participate at the Golden Grand Prix in Baku, Azerbaijan, from the tournament starting on Thursday, November 24th, and is ending on Saturday, November 26th. The tournament is for gold medalists in their weight classes at the continental level and those who win medals at the Olympics. They are the ones eligible to compete at this prestigious tournament in Azerbaijan. Nigeria has 4 gold medalists in Africa, and they are qualified to represent Africa based on that. They are Oduanyo Adekuroye, you know her too well. We have Imminent Adeniyi. We have Amas Daniel and Blessing Oborodudu. These 4 are qualified to represent Africa, represent Nigeria at the Golden Grand Prix in Baku, Azerbaijan. But guess what? No funds for them to go. But then the host country, Azerbaijan, they are responsible for accommodation, responsible for feeding, responsible for ground transportation and accompanying fees. All that is required of Nigeria is air transport fare, air tickets, and of course, visa fees. Just air tickets and visa fees. That's all that is required of Nigeria. But as we speak, the tournament is a few days away. Nothing is forthcoming. No approval has been given to the Wrestling Federation by the Federal Ministry of Youth and Sports. And so Nigeria is at risk of missing out. There's a fine of $2,000 per athlete if we miss out. And of course, there is also the possibility of outright ban from international competitions for Nigeria. That is how bad it is for the wrestling team. And once again, as we've always done on this show, we want to appeal to the relevant authorities to do what we need to do to make sure that these athletes do not miss out. The event is just a few days away. Thursday is around the corner, and our wrestling team must be at the Golden Grand Prix in Baku, Azerbaijan for this tournament. Please, let's make it happen for these wrestlers. That's the first one. All right, we move away from wrestling and also in the same light talk about table tennis. The IWTF Junior Championship is starting in a few days in South Africa. The Nigerian contingent will need about 15 million naira to have 8 Nigerian athletes participate in that tournament in South Africa. But as we speak, nothing is forthcoming. There are promises made, but no signs that these monies would come out. All right. The tournament starts on the 30th of November and ends on the 7th of December. And Nigeria will have Ajoke Ojomu, Tosin Oribamiche, Agnes Onoja, Ali Motanyila as members of the girls team to the competition. The boys will have bronze medalists in the boys single of the African Junior Championship, Aziz Cholanke as well as Amadi Ome, Toby Falano, and Rewon Akombi participating. Segun Toriola was part of those that selected these boys, and they've gone through rigorous training. So the question and the worry is that after all the hard work, after all the training, after all the rigors, will they miss out because of a lack of funds? We hope not. We hope these young boys and girls will be able to get support and travel to South Africa for this IWTF World Junior Championship that will be taking place in Cape Town. That's how we start off the show tonight, with appeal to the relevant authorities for the wrestling team and for the table tennis team to make this happen.